Alright y'all, this is Nathan with the Dream Helper. We're going to be unloading 3 trailers here in Fort Myers, Florida. Just going to go through a little routine of what we do to get set up, maybe help you out when you start to unload or load or whatever. First thing I do is I get out my ladder here that I got to have where I can reach everything. Get it set up where it needs to be from time to time. We'll pan along where you can see the whole 3 campers. But then we get out our winch power cord. This big long thing. Plug it in. Where we have power to our winch. Then normally what I do is I go ahead and get all my, I'm unfortunate as some of them. Some of you may have a wireless winch. Unfortunately, I got a wire. I will get me one at Ace and Martin's in Middleburg, Indiana. You can get the wireless system for the winch for $500 plus tax, I believe, so a little over $500. But I don't have that yet. I'm just making sure everything goes like I want it to and get a little head on some money. But okay, my next thing is I've got my power cord, my winch power things button back there to the back. Toward the back, and I go ahead and lay out all this stuff where I'm ready for it. At the back, as each trailer comes off, I put it on it, and we'll get all that in the video as well. Right now I'm just setting up, so get this back here to the back. Okay, I'm laying out my jacks now. Where this trailer has to have a jack put on it, and this back trailer back here has to have a jack installed on it. So I try to get as many steps done before I start unloading the trailers as I can beforehand. So I'll get all this stuff laid out, and then my next step will be to take these straps off after I put my ramps down. So I'm gonna go and make sure I got all the rest of that out there. I got to get the spare tire holders, and I'll put them at the back, because right before the trailer goes off, the flatbed, I stick that on where I ain't got to climb up on the trailer and do it so much. Alright, so now that we've got everything laid out, first, before we take our straps off, we're going to go ahead and lay our ramps out, and then we come back and do our straps. So here's what we do. Of course, you probably, if you've done this already once, if you've already loaded, you know how to lay your strap or your ramps out, but just in case, always leave everything up on the trailer, that way you're not losing it. these things are heavy. Aggravating. Try to line them up with the back tire of the trailer. I always do my center rail last, that way it's not in my way of walking around. Even when I'm loading or unloading, I try to do that last. Alright, now we're going to do our straps. Take these straps loose on all the units. Do them up as you go around. That way, here's how I put my straps up. You can get your own way if you want to. This seems to keep them from getting so much tangled up in the box around there when we're hauling them or maybe not using them as much. Then we go to the next one. As you can tell, this strap here straps those spare tires down that we had to take off. So this is normally, if you've got units, you don't have to take the tires off the back bumper or out from under it. You won't have this strap here. You just have whatever's on the tires of the trailer. But because we had to take these tires off, we got an extra strap, and we got another extra strap up there when we get to it. It's for the propane tanks that you have to take off to tuck these units as tight as we've got them tucked. And so you have to take those tanks off too as well. These things are aggravating today for some reason or another. Of course, it's just another same old routine all the way around the trailer about how you put how I put my straps up. You may do yours different, that's okay. Alright, we got to pull these pins to go out of that ball tower under there. So sometimes I have to take this thing and tap it. Aggravating. Pull them out and push it, or I can reach it from the other side. Then this one, right here is a little bit trickier. And the reason being, it's so short. It's hard to reach. I can't reach it. Can't reach the darn thing. Always put your pins back in these pins. That way you don't lose them. You see that pin right there? That's the perfect size for pinning everything off where you ain't got to lay down on your belly and get totally filthy like I had to because of this short one. I got to go get me some more of these. I would get as many as you could, and where I got these is at the world's largest truck stop on Iowa 80. The Iowa 80 truck stop in Iowa. That's where I bought these. I think they was $16 a piece. I got 4 of them. Wished I had about 12 more. Alright, see up under here how I got all that? I pulled the pins out of my ball tower. And now I've got to slide this back where I can get the wobble wheel and the trailer up off of that, but then once I get it back, I got to put the jack back on it where I can jack it up off of the ball wheel. So here we go. Okay, I got to take this pin to stick back in this ball tower now that I've got it out from under that trailer to where I can take the pressure off of my winch to where I can put the jack back in its holes. Now then, I can take the pressure off of that. The trailer won't roll. And I'll get up there and I'll put that on there, but first I'm gonna go make sure my ramps are lined up for when I'm up there. Right now I'm putting my little, I got a 1/2 inch, you probably use a 3/8 or whatever. This is the best tool in the market to put this stuff back together or take it off with, either one. Anyway, gonna get up there, put our jack on, get it off the bobble wheel, and then unload this one. Okay, I keep my bolts in the holes that they go in, so I'm taking them out first. Then I grab my jack and align it up. Make sure you don't have your winch cable strap in it. And then you put the bolts back in. Tighten it down. And that's all you got to do for is a jack. Then we let it down. Where we can get it off the ball tower. pull this out and pull that back, and then we jack it up. And it puts pressure on the ball tower, or excuse me, winch cable. Take your safety chains loose. Once you get it off of the ball tower, you can take this out. Move it around where you can get to it. A little bit easier. Leave that on that side. Goes in the other box. Then you put your wheel on. Of course, after you jack it high enough. Put your Carter key back, or your safety key back in. Hook up your safety chain. We got to swap sockets. Put the tank back on. That ain't the right socket. Little bitty bolts. You got your tank installed back, hook your hose back up. Then you can pick up your wire cable. It hooks into the truck. Get it up here out of your way. And now we're good to go off. When you get it back to this point, you put your foot back on your wheel, or on your trailer. That way, when it comes off, don't dig in the asphalt. That's how you do all three of them. Just like we did that right there. So if you got any help out of this video, please like, subscribe, leave any comments. This is The Dream Helper. I am Nathan. Thank you for watching my video.